Yeah, I wasn't confident in the second date, and honestly, to be honest, I was fine either way because I just thought it was a middle of the road first date. It was a fun experience being on camera, but just like cool. All right, second date, we'll roll with that.
On my first date with Pete, he talked about and said that he doesn't think that a first date's ever enough to really get to know someone, which I definitely agree with. Unfortunately, I can't bring all 22 guys back for a second date. That would be a little impossible. But it lingered with me, and I thought about him, and I thought, I didn't think that I really got the full picture of who Pete was from the first date.
So yeah, I mean, I think I'm being slowly converted to Ashley for sure. From the first date to the second date, it's been like a quantum leap for me.
Our date was a little more chill, kind of relaxed with the Bat Cave and dinner and making cookies. I really wanted to see how he'd respond to that different setting, and yeah, it was awesome. It totally brought out more, and I really liked the side that I saw.
I'm not sure what caused the change exactly. I think maybe opening up a little bit more, and maybe myself opening up and really thinking, hey, why don't I give this girl like a real shot instead of a half shot,
Yeah.
And I think it was a good option. I really didn't care before, and now I'm like caring. So it was good. I enjoyed it. I really liked it. Today was fantastic.
Throughout the date, I just saw Pete lighten up. I felt that he was more comfortable with me. When you share those experiences of, I don't know, extreme activities and fun, you're naturally going to be more open. And I was able to get him to do his accents for me, and he just joked with me. I think even more than last time. So at least I felt like he was more comfortable.
I definitely felt more of a connection and more of a vibe than I did before.
One of my friends referred me to the Mellow Mushroom, which I had never gone to before, but really, really pleased with it.
I ended up eating pizza twice already before I showed up. And then I just had I had the thought in the back of my mind, like, I really bet that we're getting pizza tonight because I've already had it twice today randomly. This morning, this noontime, lunchtime, had some leftovers from last night, some homemade pizza from my mom, delicious. Showed up at my friend's house and said, Vicky, I need to eat before I leave. And she's like, hey, raid the fridge. Leftover pineapple pizza. Picked off the pineapple from Papa John's. And then what are the odds? Tonight we're going to Mushroom Mellow and getting pizza a third time. And I told her, don't worry about it. It's just my luck that would happen. But it was awesome. The pizza, I was way excited once we dug in and ate it. The pesto chicken, the flavors, the crust. I was cool with it. Because I really, I hit through the order of pizza today. You had the homemade from Mom. You had the leftover Papa John's, and then you had the super fresh, artisan style, delicious, mellow, marshmallow. What was it?
What is
Mushroom?
it called?
Mushroom mellow?
Can you deliver it one time fully?
Mushroom?
Mellow marshmallow pizza.
It's not marshmallow.
Yeah,
No, it's not. It's mushroom. Mushroom mellow. It's not marshmallow pizza. Anyway, it's marshmallow muffin pizza. So anyway, it's mushroom mellow pizza, and it was good. It was dang good.
I really and truly do absolutely love and adore Mike and Jeff at Easy Hummer Tours. They're people that I care about, and I'm so happy to be able to involve them in this because, yeah, they're great, and they give truly the best, amazing experience in the tour. Those Hummers can do things that you would never expect. They can be on three wheels and have one completely off the ground by several feet, and you are on an 80-degree angle. It blows my mind. It's a thrilling experience I don't think you get many other places.
Got to get behind the wheel of the Humvee was crazy. I've never ridden the Humvee, I don't think. Not off-road, for sure. And that thing is solid as a rock, It doesn't slip, it doesn't joke around. There's no games being played when you're in a Humvee. It just takes whatever you throw at it and eats it for breakfast. It was wild.
Pete is not an unattractive guy. He is attractive just not sure that I'm attracted. I think that with some more time, if I really got to know him just as a person, as a friend, I think it could become more attractive. But right now, I don't feel enough of that compelling draw to him to say, ooh, I really want to turn that into something romantic.
I do think she does. I don't know, I can't say whether it's more or greater than anything else that's going on with any other situation that's concurrently happening at this time. But I guess it doesn't really matter. I think we connected on a good level, and on a level that's Pete and Ashley, and whether or not that parlays into anything else in the future, that's another matter. But I think tonight was great, and I think we do have a connection, and whatever happens in the future is what happens, and I'll take whatever opportunity comes along, whatever feels right.
There are certainly guys that I've had second dates with that I do see that I could turn that into a relationship and give myself to that and see where it could go. I don't know where these things are going to end, and I started this thinking I'm picking my husband. I'm going to find a husband from this. But the further I've gotten down the road, I really have stepped back from that and said, you know what, I need to find someone to date. And of course we date with the intentions of finding someone to marry, but I need to focus a lot more on that, finding someone that I think is a good fit for dating, and I think the rest will follow. And every time I start to think too far down the road, even with the second dates, just kind of, well, who could be the last one I pick? And the impression I've had is take it a day at a time. Take it a day at a time, and the answers will come, and that there'll be some clarity, because right now I don't have a lot of clarity. I think there's a lot of cloudiness in my mind, and I don't know. At the same time, that's part of me being able to still go on all of the second dates and be genuinely looking at each person and wondering if they couldn't be the one, versus being set on any one person right now. So maybe that's why I don't have the clarity. I'm going to get through them all, still have some time to process it, talk to the guys some more, do the phone conversations. It's going to be long distance, so that's an important component too. It's not just, are we having fun on dates? Can we talk over the phone? And so I need that time to figure things out. Tristan, the matchmaker, had a conversation with Pete, as I think she's probably talking to most of my second dates, if not all, and has encouraged them to be open, at least, to the physical aspects and potentially kiss me. And I really respect that Pete wasn't going to do anything like that just for the sake of doing something someone else told you. He said, I wouldn't want to kiss you unless, it was for you and I.
No, I did not. I did not try to kiss Ashley. On the drive home, she was driving and was getting really tired, and I suggested that maybe it'd be a good idea if I took over. So she was willing to do that. So she slept on the way home, halfway on the drive. So she was pretty sleepy, and I don't usually take advantage of women who are not who don't have their wits fully about them, let's say. So I really didn't think that this was a great time to have that romantic connection, because I think it probably would have been cheapened, and I don't want to take advantage of the situation. But I definitely think that sounds like a great idea and something I might like to try sometime. But as for tonight, it didn't happen.
They're great guys that really like me, and it's such a flattering feeling. It's also it worries me, because then I feel this weight of responsibility for all these other people's feelings, and being really responsible for how they, I don't know, and with each guy, I definitely see the good things, and I like a lot of things, but right now I haven't found one that I think, done. Like, he's my guy. We just fit and everything's right. With every single one, there's at least something where I'm like, I don't know, that's exactly what I expected. But at the same time, the things that we want aren't always the things that we need. When you meet 22 people, you're bound to learn something. You're bound to figure something out about yourself. You're going to learn about them. You're going to have experiences that are things that you never expected before. Through all of this, I have met people who have touched my life, who have taught me how to be a better person, how to be more thoughtful, how to be more patient, how to be a better gospel doctrine teacher even, how to, I don't know, I mean, every single person, I feel like every night I've learned something, and sometimes it's subtle little changes, but overall, I do think that I see people more for who they are than I ever did before. I think I'm more willing to see people for who they are and not write them off as quickly as I maybe did in the past. With that being said, I still think that there are people that definitely fit me for a romantic relationship and those that don't. But that doesn't mean that I can't still really see the beauty in someone and know they're going to be awesome and perfect for somebody else. I've had to learn how to forget about what other people say sometimes and take the criticism, but take it with a grain of salt and keep checking back in with me and with the Lord and verifying and making sure that I'm in line with him and what he wants from me and that I'm doing all that I can. And so when anybody else wants to say whatever they want about the show or about what I am or what I'm not doing right, I just have to let that melt away because that's not the most important thing. That's only part of this. But for me personally, the bigger part is finding the right guy. Coming into this, I thought I would be kept from being hurt. I don't know. I figured 22 guys that are choosing to go out with me, then why would they not choose me down the road? Totally naive. This has been much more real dating than I expected, though it's crunched into a different time and it's put on camera, which changes some of the dynamics. Really, in the end, it's a lot of the same stuff. You have people that surprise you. You have people that disappoint you. You have people that confuse you. You have people that make you think that they're really into you and suddenly then they're turning you down for a second date and you're left wondering, wait, what? Am I that off? Like, do I really not understand these guys? And then, but I don't know. I've just had to pick myself up and keep going. I haven't had time to dwell on the guys that passed me up. But I'll tell you what, as much as people might think that I'm just the pretty little bachelorette that gets everything handed to her and it's been easy, it hasn't been. It's been the hardest, most difficult thing I've ever done, way harder than I expected. I've wondered sometimes what the heck I did putting myself into this, but there's been way too many good things for me to say that I wouldn't have done it again. Even if this doesn't end up in me in a relationship, which I know would be a huge disappointment to everyone if I don't end up marrying this guy, I've gotten to the point now that I kind of don't care if that's what happens. I don't care if that's a disappointment to everybody else because I know that this is still what I was supposed to do. I know that it has blessed me and has blessed many others, and I hope that it will continue to bless other people. I don't know. It's been a wild, crazy ride, and the hardest, but the best one I've had as well.